doing is doing webinar meetings so you can see the speakers, you can have more interaction. You do need to have a decent internet connection. If you don't, I suggest calling in on your phone and watching on the computer. That may tie up and free up some bandwidth there. But one of the things that we wanted to do was more training. And one of the questions we get is, what do I get with the product? What does this do? Where do I go to get this? So I've been searching for the last couple of years for a good way to get that information across to you, and I found it. And her name is Dawn Levis. She's outside of San Antonio, Texas. She's a marketing director on Raymond and Janie's team. And to tell you that she is fantastic at training, it would be an understatement. I was blown away watching her training and what she covered. You can't see her blushing right now, but she's a gorgeous young woman. She's married. She's got 4 kids. She's an adopted mom to 3 kids, so she's got a huge heart. She's got like 19 dogs. I don't know how many cats. She's got a menagerie over there. And you can't see her, but she's laughing here. But one of the things that we wanted to do today on this webinar is it'll be a short webinar of about 30 minutes. She's going to go through her complete training, and I'm going to ask her to talk slower than she normally does because I want you guys to get all of this information. We're going to record this, so you're going to have access to this, but I want you to get this in front of every one of your team because it prevents them asking you questions. And trust me, I get 15 to 20 a day, and sometimes it's the same thing. It's United, it's this coming event, it's selling tickets, it's I need this, I need that. So the one thing we want you to do is to get the information so you don't have to keep answering questions. And if people are using their product, they're going to tell others about it a lot easier. So with that said, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Dawn, and we're going to let this go, and we'll go through the show. So we'll do about 30 minutes with Dawn, 35, 40 if she talks slowly so you can understand everything. And then we'll do a 20, 30-minute question and answer if you would like. So there is a question answers box there that we can allow you to ask some questions. If you can connect via video, we may pull you up on that and have you ask your questions there. But we want to keep them short and sweet, and you're going to get a recording of this when we get all done, so we'll go from there. Dawn comes from corporate America after 15 years. She's retired. Most notably, she was a trainer at Walmart and Sam's Club. So I know she knows how to do this, and it shows. Like I said, she's got a menagerie over there. She's got 1 husband, thank God. Like 4 kids, 2 to 3 dogs, and she's a big-hearted person that just loves to go on dream trips. She's been on 30-some dream trips this last couple of years. She can tell you the exact number. But Dawn, did you make the call?
Hey, everybody. Thank you, Bob, first of all, for inviting me and everybody coming on. I'm super excited, and I have to tell you, my family and I are huge products of the products. We, like Bob was saying, have been on actually 38 trips in the last 4.5 years. We actually have one scheduled for New Year's Eve. We've got, of course, going to United, and we're staying a couple extra days, and we're taking our kids to Universal. That's just one of them we have planned for 2016. Of course, if you ask my daughter, she wants to go to Jamaica, okay? So like Bob told you, my background is corporate training, billion-dollar budgets. I worked for Walmart for 15 years, and when we adopted our kids, I chose to quit my job and stay home. Best decision I ever made, but when they started to eat, I had to look for something else to do. So ladies, moms out there, you know what I mean. Just what you think you got is definitely not enough. So this membership actually helped us in a lot of numerous ways. So I'm going to kick it off. And basically what I'm going to tell you is know and use your products. So as it sets, here's how it goes. Simply put, hang on a second here, make sure we're getting started. Let me ask you a few questions, and the main one would be, if you could share with somebody how they could travel for no money out of your pocket, do you think they'd want to know how? I ask my team this all the time because Mark Aceta says it all the time. If you can't lead with the business, lead with the product. And the product alone stands alone, which is why we have a lot of the 10-10, get your members in. It's not about the reps. So our memberships are a unique experience. They're not a vacation, guys. They are a dream trip. And if you haven't been on a dream trip and you want retention, get your members on a dream trip. Now, make sure everybody, when you first sign a person up, I ask people this all the time, raise your hand if you are a travel agent. It happens all the time. People raise their hand. I'm not a travel agent. I do not want to sit at a desk, book and travel for people. We have an amazing customer service that works for us. They are 8A to 8P Central Time, and this is the phone number. So when somebody signs up, member or rep, make sure they're getting this phone number. And then we actually have travel people that work for us 24/7. When you put this number in their hands and they have questions, let them call them. You are not the travel guru. The travel gurus is Rovia. And let me give you an example of why you want to use them. There was a flight that we were looking for to a small airport. Found it from my mom, but it wasn't on Rovia. Called them. They booked it for us. So let me tell you why this is so valuable being a member. The airport closed forever, not just for a few days. It was in Fort Dodge, Iowa, and if anybody knows where that's at, they know it's a very small town. So my mom called me, and because everything was canceled, I called Rovia. They completely changed her flight to a whole different airport and a whole different flight pattern. It was going from American to Delta. Because I was a member, that $300 charge that it would have cost us $0. So use your product, and it also gave us access to the Rovia price pledge and rate shrinker. So we'll talk more about that. Now, what's cool about our products is we only sell 3 things, and they build upon each other. DreamTrips Standard, $100 one time, $25 a month. Gold, $200 one time, $50 a month. And the Platinum, $300 one time, $50 or $100 a month. Now, if you are a Platinum, I want to see the chat blow up, because here's what I'm telling you. When you start taking DreamTrips, the Platinum is definitely the way to go. But here's what I'm going to tell you also. There is no better membership than our membership, whether it's Standard, Gold, or Platinum. But I want the Platinum to shout out up there. Oh, look at those numbers busting out, man. I want those Platinums just scream it out, because, you know, we're strong together in numbers. Here's what's cool about our company. Numerous awards. We've been in magazines cover to cover. We have awards upon awards. Ernst & Young, regional finalist of Entrepreneur of the Year. Why that one was important for me is because what happened is I worked for Walmart. They were my CPA firm. So I already got that. Direct sales, Inc. 5000. Actually, we're in the top 1,000. Numerous awards for cruises as well. Guys, that's super important when you go out there. And of course, you can see the awards popping up through the World Travel Awards. And what I love about them is all of these awards I'm sharing with you, they're not World Ventures Awards. These are third-party companies coming in saying what they feel about us. You know, we've hitting the World Travel Booking Site, World's Leading Travel Club in 2013, 2014, and in the 2014 also World's Leading Online Travel Club in the world. And as we all know, 2015 is no different. Man, give me a shout out if you love our company. I want to see that chat blow up saying we are the #1 company. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you guys. How many of you have seen this, especially if you are a new rep? You're like, why isn't this going on? Take a look at the top where it says www. Guys, our company, www.dreamtrips.com is our company. And I'm going to give you the best advice I can. Internet Explorer is not a good adversary for us. I tell people, if you're over 30, you've been using Internet Explorer, but all Internet Explorer is downloading Google and Firefox. When you go in, you put yourname.dreamtrips.com. That's what you want to put in. And when you get it, oh my gosh, guys, it is beautiful. I love our website. I'm very visual, just so you know. I tell everybody my color is purple. That's because I am a red-blue, almost equivalent. So, and hence, that's purple. When you go in, I love to see the colors, and I want to go in a hurry. I love to take trips. But I always tell everybody, look at your dream trips. And it's not just the price. Take a look at everything. Let me give you an example of a trip. Now, I know we've got some secret mouseketeers out there. Here's an example. 2-day hopper, kids under 10 are $190, up to 17, $202. And if you're a platinum, again, platinums, give me a shout out, $200 resort credit. And this pays off. So let me give you an example of why you want to use your membership, and I'll show you even more. As a non-member, I always tell people, man, send me what it would cost for you to go. So I did a comparison shop. My family and I went to Disney this past spring break. These are the exact dates. If I wouldn't have been a member, before flights, it was going to cost me $4,200. Guys, that's what my mortgage cost in the whole year. But because I'm a member and I'm using this, take a look at this, and I zoom it in for you. I used 270 DreamTrips points, $697 in Rovia. My out-of-pocket was $810. See, how many of you think that $810 is better than $4,200 and 83% savings because I'm using my membership? So let's dig into this, you guys. First and foremost, get your members on a dream trip. If you have not been on a welcome dream trip, I highly recommend it. I got to go on one to San Francisco. First time I went to the East Coast and the West Coast all in 1 year. That was like super awesome for me. They're 4 days, 3 nights, $189 a person. And you get to use 50 points if you are a gold member, 60 if you are platinum. And they're all over. And what I saw, oh my gosh, today there is one for Toronto that is super awesome. You get to go see all of Niagara Falls. They're popping up all over. This is just where it started, you guys. You've got to go out there. I did a comparison. If I would have been a member, not a member, when I went on my San Francisco trip, it would have only cost me a whopping $1,800. But instead, for my husband and I, $400, guys. It is unbeatable what we cost. Now, there's many more options, and I want to point a few things out that maybe you guys aren't aware of. First and foremost, get the lowest price on airfare. I like that they've added this because when you're looking at it, you want to know what the total price is going to be. So they add it, and it goes right underneath the price. Then we have all these icons. If you see that little flower, that right there means spa. I'm a foodie and a half. I go for places that are like diners, dive-ins, and drives. I love the little drop pin as well because that means a lot of people are wanting to go there. And anytime you see the crown, I got to tell you, I am the queen. That is for platinum excursions or platinum only. Again, platinum, give me a shout out. And then, of course, it's the trip details. The trip details are really what makes the difference. So I gave a little zoom in, and what I want to give you an example is when you're looking, it is not just the trip itself, it's everything included. Now, here's what's cool. I dare everybody to go out and try and find this trip cheaper. Because here's what I'm going to tell you, man, if you find that trip for less, within 7 days, you get that trip for free. That is also another reason I do a price comparison on every trip. First of all, if I get that trip free, that's going to be a heck of a story. I'll be telling everybody, hey, my company sent me on this trip for free just because that's what they do. But at the same time, it also gives me peace of mind knowing that our company wants to be right all the time. You see, with Rovia, the difference is you, the member. Now, take a look at this, and I love this, and I want to share a little story about my kids. One of the things here in the San Antonio market is with Nancy Lieberman, we actually built a Dream Court. It was at St. PJ's home over on the south side of San Antonio. It's an emergency placement home for kids that are in foster care. My children were in foster care for 5 years, and they actually were in that facility. When I found out that our company cared enough to change the life of a child, my child, I knew I was within the right place. Of course, Oprah sees exactly what we see. My question to you is, how will you help change the world with what we're doing? It is amazing because we have something for everybody. Now, let me show you some things. If, say, you can't take a vacation right away, let me show you how you can start using your membership right away. First and foremost, we've got daily deals. And I'm going to start with online shopping. Now, I got to tell you guys, I am an avid online shopper. And one of the things I want you to do is on that chat, after I talk about this, I want to know how many people out there shopped online and either had it shipped to your house or you picked it up at the store. Because what I want to tell you is I'm the typical American. When I shop, I usually want it right now. So here's how it works. You search for it, you shop for it, and you earn money. There's over close to 4,000 stores now. You can break it down by category, which is on the left-hand side. You can sort by results. You can actually click where it says earn percentage, and you can shop for the highest percentage, and it actually does it by letter. So if you're in the A's, it would give you the highest percentage for the A's. If you're in the W's, it gives you the highest percentage in the W's. And it also gives you offers. If you take a look at this one, now, there are no peas in the pod. As Bob told you, I have 4 kids, but I know there's a lot of people that seem to have dream babies out there, so kudos to you. Here's where you can get some other savings, like buy 3, get 1 free, and it works out really good. Let me give you an example. I love this. See, for all of you guys out there, I don't want you to think you forgot. I want you to be able to take a look at this. For all the gift certificates you're going to buy it on your website. Here's an example where you get up to 3% back, and these are just a small group of them. You know, I mean, these are big stores, Aeropostale, Applebee's, Banana Republic. For all of our people that are really wanting to build a business, buy them that Barnes & Noble gift card, because then they can turn around and use that gift card, go back and buy all those awesome self-help, personal development books that we're going to need to build our business. But take a look at this as well. You can actually sort your stores. And how many of you guys are wanting something from maybe Shoebox? Okay, that is super cool. Send flowers to your mom. Maybe you're going to go get your taxes done. I mean, even over here, 9 West, nice shoes, ladies. I know you guys are here with me. Levi's, Lucky Brand. So figure out what you want. Some of the most popular stores using your mall will allow you to take more vacations. I love what it offers us, you know, and I know they're constantly trying to make it better. I'm always sending them chat, talking with them, giving them different things so that way we can make it better for everybody. Believe it or not, I'm a huge advocate for this because I just get nervous going into the mall now because there's too many people, and all I see when I'm out there, of course, is prospects. I'm not going to lie. So I'm like, ooh, okay. So I'm not thinking about shopping. I'm thinking about people's lives that could change by where they didn't have to shop anymore. Now, I want to show you this as well. Daily deals. These are our coupons. Now, everybody should be using their website on their phone, and I'm going to show you how by using this, you can actually access more than 60,000 coupons. I had a member join. She was going to Disneyland, and she saved per ticket using a Hopper Pass $20 for each day just because she printed it out. I showed a lady today. She was like, I can't believe that. That's $15 cheaper than I can get at the Disney site. I said, exactly. But let me show you what I do, guys. See, I click on it. My kids are pizza eaters, so if you have pizza eaters, maybe you guys have a Fox's Pizza Den. They're pretty popular here in Texas. I click on the Fox's Pizza Den. I go down and I hit redeem now. Mind you, this is all on my phone. When I do that, it asks me for my email. I click on my email and it sends me the coupon. Guys, this coupon is good for 2 weeks. So we are less than 30 days out to go to Florida. So about a week out, maybe go look at all the places that are around you that you could actually have these coupons on your phone to access them instead of having to print them out. And here's the thing, you know as well as I do, and ladies, moms, I'm talking to you. You remember when you would cut all the coupons out, you'd write your grocery list and you go to the store. What happens when you get to the checkout line? You forgot the darn coupons. This way, they're all on your phone. You're not going to lose them. Or do like I do and I send them to my husband because he is as green as they come, 78%, guys. Now, there's also My Deals. Make sure you're writing this down. When you're using My Deals, it's accessed through your GPS. So you put in the password 10, 11, 19, dash, and then your member ID. The dash is part of the password. When you go in, you see what it looks like. I always make mine where it's within 5 miles of wherever I'm going to be. So that way I can see what's in close proximity. You pull it up, and then I'm like, where's buy one, get one? Because, see, I have 4 kids. If I'm going to feed them and I can get my bill half off, I'm all about that. Sure enough, here's Los Cucos. If you guys ever come to San Antonio and you want to visit me, I'll be happy to take you to the buy one, get half off because I will buy then. You get the half off one. That's how it works. It's pretty cool. But let me show you guys something. At the bottom of your website, there's a thing that says Saving Estimator. It only takes a couple purchases to show you if you're using your coupons, that alone could not only pay for your membership, but even keep money in your pocket. So when you click on this, take a look at this. I did just what I do. I'm using my example. On average, I go out to eat 5 times a week for lunch, 3 times for dinner, pizza at least once a week, entertainment and activities for my kids, 2 haircuts and the spa. That's just me. I'm not even counting my kids. Clothing and shoes, I probably underestimated that. I rent a car at least 4 times on every major event. Theme park tickets, flowers, chocolates, toys, gadgets. Again, I probably underestimated there. And 4 average cell phone data plans. Now, my estimated savings just for using my coupons is $3,946. A gold membership, and you get the money back to go on vacation, is $600, and a platinum is $12. So let me tell you, how many of you right now are looking at each other going, crap, I'm leaving a lot of money on the table by not using the things that are available to me. Now, here's something I want to share with you. You want to get in front of some of your favorite stores, or maybe you have a favorite little hole-in-the-wall vendor? Put this phone number in your phone. When you go, you can get them on My Deals, 888-325-3216. And maybe you don't want to have to call them. Guess what? The company's got you taken care of there. At the bottom, right next to where I just showed you for that little checkout list, is a recommend a business. You can give them the information right there, send it to the company, and if you've talked to them, guess what? They're going to know. You can say, yeah, I talked to Bill over at blah, blah. And it works out really, really cool. Some of them it takes shorter or less, up to 120 days. But what I'm telling you is there's some small towns, and I know there's a lot of small towns out there that are starting to get big in World Ventures. Here's a way for you to help build that business with them, as well as getting them to see the information. So use this to your benefit. Guys, there's so many things you guys are leaving on the table. Now let's talk about our world-class booking engine. It's powered by Rovia, and there's a couple things that make us so much better than everybody else. First and foremost, you make a commission. If you are gold, 50%, and I'm going to show you where you can find that. Platinum, 100%. We have a Rovia price pledge, and this is for members only. You must be a member to access this. On the same day, if you book a flight or a hotel, if you are one of those green people that's looking to find the very best deal, great. Screenshot it, send it to the company, and you're going to get 150% of the difference back. I had one of my teammates, 22-year-old, did that the same day she booked, got $120 back. She's getting ready to book Bora Bora for her honeymoon. She is super excited. Now then there's Rate Shrinker. Rate Shrinker can be used by you and anybody else that actually uses your website. So what's cool about that is if they book a flight or hotel, they can actually access that. I have a team member, and her boss booked flights to Vegas. They come running into our office 2 days later showing this email, and they had got $25 back on every flight. And that was 5 flights that they booked. Now, crazy thing, they didn't join, but guess who gets to use their website all the time? And then they're telling everybody, you need to use this, and now they're booking hotels and car rentals as well. So eventually, over time, you may find that you're getting more and more customers that way. So speaking of flights, let's talk about that. I love how they changed it up for us. So when you click on your flights, they've made it very easy. You can select your departure and your arrival. So you go in there, look to the left-hand side. You can customize your departure. So I click on the one I want, and here it is. Well, now I go look for my return flight. You may want to mix it up. Maybe you're going to try and get a better deal by doing different airlines, whatever works. I will tell you, though, I had somebody share with me that the more places that you stay on one place, like be an American person, be a Delta person, rack up the points, you do get upgrades faster. That's my little tip for you guys. So you look at the return flight. There you go. U.S. Airways was my best deal. But I love that it gives you the option to filter. And I tell people all the time, and Southwest is one of our vendors. You can see it right in the middle. And I also point out that Southwest is not always the cheapest because people like to book Southwest because of non-baggage. But even if I add in $50, I'm still saving money on American Airlines and U.S. Airways. Now, I just gave them a referral. I wonder if I'm going to get any commission for that. Haha. All right, guys, let's go along. Rovia price pledge. Here's the thing. Again, I want to just throw this out. This is member only. This is underutilized because there really are people that actually go out. I have a friend, Julie, who on Southwest alone this last year got 7 different times she got money back from the company because she found the exact same flight. What happens is most people will say, oh, well, I found it cheaper over here, and they book instead of putting money back in their pocket and utilizing their membership. So guys, make sure you're taking a full advantage of the best price pledge. Now, how many of you think, oh, I can't get away? Awesome. I've got something for you too. Activities. I believe most people don't even know this even exists. So it's there on your website. These are things that you can do. I have a lot of my 18 to 25ers that use this. They click on it and take a look at this. There are so many things. This is in the San Antonio area. When you book Natural Bridge Caverns, for example, it's $18.60. As a platinum member, I get 100% commission. It's on average 10%. So it's $1.86. But if I went and booked it on their website, I wasn't making any money, and they cost more. Hop on, hop off city tours. How many of you realize that almost every major city has a hop on, hop off tour? Book it from yourself, make a commission, and do a team event. You can go get on it for a couple hours, use your sign, and you're using your product. Guys, that is a great way to share your blue sign story. Now, I love our hideaways, mostly because I used to have a timeshare. Yes, I was one of those suckers who went and wanted something and ended up leaving with a timeshare. Since then, I've gotten rid of it, and now I still use them, and here's why. When I click on hideaways, and for example, if I have any people going to Orlando with me in January, I want to see some shout outs up there on the chat, because I want to know who I'm going to be able to meet when I'm there in Florida. But take a look at this. When you go in, here was a 3-bedroom, sleep 6, 2-bath that was able to sleep up for $79 a night. Now, for those of you who have not booked hotels in Orlando, maybe check this out. My husband and I, we have a pretty big team that's going down there. We booked a 5-bedroom, 4-bath house. I'm a platinum member, and I got 10% commission, $148. Well, if you guys are anything like me and you want to hang out with your team, do you think I only put 10 in the house? Absolutely not. See, there's enough sleeping room for about 15. If I add the youngins and they all bring sleeping bags, I'm making money on the deal, guys. It's super awesome the way this works. And I'm only 4 miles away from the convention center. And that's what's super cool, hanging out with your friends, doing something cool. But as a mom, I like this as well. 2 years ago, we actually booked a 4-bedroom, 3-bath condo, 2 stories. All my kids had their own room. And because I was confirmed on vacation, I made my kids cook. So I'm talking macaroni, cheese, and spaghetti, but I didn't have to cook. It was good. Now, let's talk about commissions. When you get to your commissions, a lot of people want to know where this is at. So when you click on your dashboard, which is your name at the top of your page, you'll click on there and it says My Activity. Over on the right-hand side is a little bitty hidden button. And you click Commission Info, it's going to pop it up. And it tells you all the different things for your commission. And I want to point this out, like I said earlier. DreamTrips Gold, 50%. DreamTrips Platinum, 100%. It's just another benefit for being platinum. My son, he's 24 years old, well, he's getting ready to be, and he works for Holiday Inn Express. And it was really funny because one of his friends was trying to book for some hotels and flights. Well, he was at work, don't tell anybody, and he's like, hey, check out this website. He's a platinum member. Our price was cheaper than what he could get on the outside. If he was only booking at Holiday Inn, that rate was lower for him as an employee. That's the only rate that's cheaper, but that's not advertised. So my son was totally given an awesome big old smile on his face because the guy booked 5 rooms and then did flights through his website on Platinum, and he earned all the commission. He already is showing it. He is like super excited because it was 2 days after he upgraded to Platinum. Guys, that's an awesome story when you're showing your friends in the hotel industry. This is what I'm talking about. Go out, show your friends and family how to use their product. Now, again, we're still on the gold membership. This is your concierge service, and they have helped so many of my teammates. Put this number in your phone. When your new member enrolls, send that to them so it's immediately in there. Get them to call. They can get information, confirmation, research, GPS. I had a single mom of 5 kids. She's a member. They had a detour on her way back from Florida. Her family's from Miami. The concierge stayed on the phone with her. She says the coolest thing is she really made her feel at ease, you know, and got her out of a tight jam because the detour took her way off the road, and it was scary. She had her kids in their car, and she just felt better knowing she had somebody that was a person that if something did happen, somebody was on the phone to help her. Now, we're going to transition into platinum. Again, I keep giving shout-outs because this really is the VIP experience. I mean, how many VIP experience people? Come on, guys. Again, I keep saying this, but give me that shout-out. Give me it on the chat. I want you guys to light up that. There you go. There you go. Here's the thing. Membership has its privileges. You get advanced booking access on all DreamTrips. So you can actually book DreamTrips when they come out on Thursdays. You actually get an email on Thursdays. You get additional resort credits a lot of the different times. So that's really cool that you're getting that one little extra thing. There's trip-specific activities. Some friends of mine went on the New York trip, and because they were platinum, they had a private lunch cruise. It was super amazing. You get to use 20% more DreamTrips points. So you pay more, you get to use more. It only makes sense. Now, here's one that I've actually already used. Roadside assistance. Again, put this number in your phone, 800-214-2790. While I was in Baltimore, my husband was home with the kids, and if you're in the San Antonio, Texas area, there's this area called 151. It's out by SeaWorld, and his truck stalled. Our mechanic was over 70 miles away. He called them. They put him on the trailer, took it straight to our mechanic. Didn't cost us anything. That's a $140 tow. Guys, it just paid for my membership fee if I was paying for a membership fee. The other thing is Teledoc. Now, this is probably got to be one of the coolest things out there. I just used this yesterday. You may not be able to tell, but my nose is a little stuffy because allergies have blown in. The oak blew in with the cold front that came in. I called Teledoc first thing in the morning, about 8:50. 9 o'clock in the morning, they had already called me back, and they have got my prescription, and I went and picked it up. I had never even got out of my PJs. I had my bunny slippers on, drove up to the pharmacy, through the drive-thru, and back in. That's what's so cool about it. I have a member who joined. All three of her kids got the flu. She called Teledoc, and they got all of the little flu vaccine that you can go get and right through her pharmacy. She didn't have to take her kids out. She found out that her company is going to be offering Teledoc in 2016. And it cost her on average to use it $40 every time. So imagine she had 3 kids. Now, I'm not a math major. 4, 8, 12. That's $120 right there she kept in her pocket because she's a platinum member. Guys, use this. You want to call and set it up the first time? It takes you probably about 30 minutes, but it's worth it to sit, and you actually have a person that helps you. So it's really, really cool that they're able to do those different things. ID resolution. Now, this is really cool because we do travel. And when you're going someplace, you want to make sure that your identity is completely taken care of. You do want to sign up for this. Call them and make sure they have you on file. And then next, emergency evacuation service. This is the what if. I had a lady I did an exposure with yesterday. She works for New York Life. When she saw this, it's immediately why she joined, because she understood the difference of the what if. They're getting ready to go to Cozumel, they're going to go to Costa Rica, and they want to go to Playa. Well, she speaks Spanish, but here's the thing. Doesn't mean she wants to be down there. She wants to have her kids at her kids' doctors here in the San Antonio area should something happen. Again, share this with your friends and family, guys. Now, how many of you are membership referral gurus? My basic question is are you executive? See, executive, you can't buy your way into this. You have to have 3,000 points in referral. This means you have to enroll either 60 standard, 30 gold, or 15 platinum, or a mixture of all in a 12-month rolling period. So keep that in mind, because executive presidents, that means you are not, these people are decisive, they're knowing how to speak, they have confidence, presence. Guys, this is super cool about what we're able to have. I love getting free travel. That's what executive means. That means if you want to go to Bora Bora and for you and your spouse, it's going to cost you $2,000 and you can only use 600 points. Well, now you're only having to come up with flights because executive lets you use 100% of your points to pay for 100% of your trip. I think that is amazing. Now, I want to transition a little to the app. I have it at the top. I want to make sure everybody gets your team members, having them install the app because it is really that cool. See, let me show you why. You're going to be able to experience the world together. Taking a look at this, here's my app. Look at all the different options that you can do. This is instantly duplication for you because what I'm showing you, they can see in a little video. But it's so beautiful to see the trips and create bucket lists. You can see up there, that's my screen of Okinawa. My husband's half Japanese. That is a major bucket list for us to spend a lot of time in Japan. There's a social feed. They just upgraded it. If you have not done the update for your app, make sure and do that tonight because you're going to see it's really has a lot of cute little updates that it makes it easier. You can search for your friends. You can send and receive friend requests, and you can view their bucket list. How cool is this if you have team members in all 50 states and around the world, and you guys start putting your bucket list together and create a trip together? You can see their trip images. My son was doing an exposure on Friday. He pulls out and he shows how the images are in real time. Let me tell you how that's so important. He was looking at trips in Singapore, but they were putting in real time because you see, it was about 8 o'clock that night. It wasn't that time in Singapore. So that's what was super cool, watching all these trips. Every time he kept hitting update, it would show new trips. That is super cool. Everyone will get it. Guys, if you're not going to United to see all the stuff that they're going to be talking about, you guys are missing out. Take a look at this. Let's explore it a little. So when you have this, this is your DreamTrips app. Everything I'm doing is actually, there's a video that walks you through that. But there's other videos for you as well, based on the person that you might be sharing World Ventures with. There's a foundation, there's different trips. The 360 trips are so freaking cool. That was not the word I wanted to say, but they are amazing. It is so fun when you're having your friends using their phone and they're walking around going up and down. Again, the You Should Be Here pictures in real time. You want to load your trips up. Eventually, you heard Eddie Head. He's going to be talking about how you're going to be paid for pictures. So you want to make sure you're loading up all the pictures and make sure these are things you want to see. As much as I love seeing the back of your kitchen, I really want to see places that you go with your sign that I would really want to be there with you. You can book flights, hotels, car rentals, everything right there in real time driving down the road. It makes it super easy to be able to use your product at any given time. I love that it allows you to also filter. You know, maybe you have somebody that just joined and you want to show them the welcome trip so that they can book right now. You can actually select theme and it comes out as a welcome trip. If you only want to be in North America, that was yesterday. The gentleman, he goes, there's so many places in the United States. He went through, there were 37 trips just right now that he could book in the United States, and they were all different places, guys. It is really, really cool the way they do that. You've got to get the DreamTrips app available to everybody. This is definitely the way to go. You want to be a product of your product. I'm going to be extremely honest. I have done some amazing things. You're going to see my hair change and my weight change. Take a look at this. Here's when I took my mom to Vegas for the very first time. Here's the very first cruise I went on, and I was with some amazing friends, including my best friend. Here's the very first time my son ever went to Mexico, and he's sitting there loving on that bird. Here is the first time I went to Disney. You know, and Mickey and I were having such a great time. Guys, the top reasons people travel, 36% of the people want to immerse themselves into the local culture. Some people want to plan trips. Some people want to learn about the local food. Yeah, I'm in that one. Maybe some educational learning and visiting. But look at that. 36% is in the local culture. And what I'm telling you is we have a culture that is unbeknownst to anybody else out there. Who wouldn't want to be part of this? If there was a way I could share the culture, I would. And this app allows us to do that now. It is super awesome. Guys, plain and simple. You need to know and use your products. This training is designed to help you guys, and I know there may be some questions that are opened up. Bob, I'm going to turn it back to you because I know you wanted to open it up for questions, and I'm definitely here to help answer the best of my knowledge.
Thank you, Dawn. That's amazing information. I've got a lot of questions open here. There's a couple things you may be able to answer if you'll take a couple.
Okay.
The latest ones here, let's go back to the beginning here. For those of you that did not get the questions on the My Deals vendors numbers or the My Deals app, we're going to put the video recording of this up so you can watch that again and find that, so we're not going to take the time to go through that. One thing they were asking, Dawn, is how can I let other people book on my site?
Well, that's a great question. Two things, okay? If you're with them right there, show them your website. I do it right there on my phone. But if not, I send them, after I've already exposed them, I'll send them my DreamTrips site. I'll tell them book other travel, and you automatically get credit for it. So once I've done an exposure, I will send them via email or text. And typically I'll text it. I'll be extremely honest because they're going to more often use it on their phone than they will if it's on the computer. And that way they can click on it immediately and they can book the travel right through there and you'll get access.
Okay. So I guess the big question is they thought that members only could buy tickets and buy the airfare. So everything except for DreamTrips for non-members they can buy through your booking engine, correct?
You got it.
Okay. And then if there is a commission that is earned by them booking on your website, who gets what?
So if you're a gold member, 50% goes to the company, 50% goes to you. So for example, my sister is not a member. I don't know why. I can't make her, but she books on my site. So she books flights, hotels. She's booked a couple different like condos and villas. And when she's done that, I get 100% of the commission because I'm platinum. So that's where all the commissions would go. So if I was a gold member, half would go to the company, the other half would go to me. And again, as a platinum, 100% I get it, even though I didn't do any of the work. Remember, we are not travel agents. If people ask to book on my site, absolutely, here's my website, go for it. And if they find better deals, hey, feel free to use it again. But I don't do it for them because then I become somebody that works for them, and that's not how I want to do my working. My job is to go teach and teach and teach so we can all go to the beach.
Perfect, perfect. Another question was, what were the requirements for executive status again?
Okay, so for executive status, you have to have 3,000 referral points. So that means you have referred somebody that has joined either a standard, gold, or platinum. So it's either 60 standard memberships, 30 gold, or 15 platinum, or a mixture of everything, as long as it equals 3,000 points. So remember, when you have somebody that you referred that gets a standard, you get 50 points. Somebody gets a gold, it's 100, platinum, 200. So if you want executive status sooner, go show enough people that you can get 15 platinum and you have 3,000 points. But keep in mind, all of our memberships work upon each other. If you get them on a trip, I can tell you they're going to upgrade.
Perfect. Okay, emergency evacuation. So from what I'm seeing here, or from what I'm hearing, is it for people on DreamTrips only, or is it people booking through the airfare or through the booking?
So I'm going to go out and say that it's on everything, but I cannot confirm that. What I would do is you can actually call that number, put it in your phone, and they will actually let you know. But my understanding, and again, this is me from what people have told me, I have not confirmed this, so I want to make sure I'm real clear on that, is it's for all trips that you are on with this. But my understanding, again, I would still call that number and let's get clarification. And you know what? I'll actually call as well, and I can let you know, Bob.
Okay. Why don't we put that out on the Schrog Blog Facebook group? So we'll try and get that answer for you and put that out there. Let me see if we've got any more here. I know that commission info that you had shown is kind of hidden, the one for 50% and 100% for platinum. Do you remember right offhand how people get to that?
Yeah. So when you sign on to your DreamTrips site and you're signed in, at the top of your page is your name. Click on it. it's going to pull up a dashboard. When you go to that dashboard, click on, there's 3 tabs. It says activity. When you look immediately to the right of that page, it'll say commission info. It's just a little blue button. Click on it. It's going to actually open 2 pages. The first page talks about where the commissions are, when you get paid, how fast. It'll say like DreamTrips Gold, DreamTrips Platinum. The second page actually breaks it down even further and tells you how much commission you get paid by each area.
Perfect. Okay. We'll put that out as well, and as well as that that 2-page that you just talked about for there. Let's see. So we got that. We got that. Wow, we got lots of questions here. Here's one that I've seen in the past, and you may be able to clarify, Dawn. Some people are talking about if it's possible to pay for their cell phone bill through the mall.
Well, my guess would be if you click and you're getting like a new line added, you want to make sure and do it online. Everything, remember, our DreamTrips Mall is online shopping. So when you go and click, say, for Verizon, I think Verizon was one of the people, and AT&T, and you're clicking on there to go through it, any purchases that you make online during that transaction will be what you're going to get a commission on. So it would be like new bills. It's not going to be reoccurring, would be my guess. I would go click on it. Here's what I'm going to tell everybody. You guys own this website. The reason I know how to do all this stuff is I go click on it until it won't let me click anymore. I want to know how to be able to see it, touch it, feel it, and I'm always trying to see what I can screw up, okay, because it's mine. My name is on the top of it. So I highly recommend everybody to go out and click on it, touch it, feel it, and see what it offers you to do.
Gotcha. I know that they had made an announcement in the past that they were doing some renovations to the Rovia preferred status, or the preferred members, to where you could sign up somebody on your booking engine and make them preferred, and then they could enable the rate shrinker, that type of thing. I know they put that on hold while they were revamping that. Have you heard anything different, or what the process is for that?
Nope, same thing that you heard. When I looked just the other day, about 2 days ago, you can actually still click and add preferred in there. But I'll be honest, I wouldn't, because they're talking about doing away with it. So I just haven't been promoting it at all. We used to talk about it all the time, but because they've done away with it and it came out on the hot sheet, we just don't talk about it. And I actually took it out of my training.
Gotcha. Perfect. And then let's see here. How do restaurants get added to the Explore tab on the DreamTrips? I don't know that one. Yeah,
that's new. So because the Explore tab is new and it just came out, I do not have an answer for you on that. I'm only using everything that I've given you guys access to is my deals, and actually it goes onto the website as well, because 90% of the stuff will go into the My Deals app. That's what I'm trying to focus on, so we can get local vendors. It gives me the ability to get in front of them. And I'll be honest, I go in and I'll be like, hey, Bob, man, I see you have this awesome burger restaurant. What if I could show you a way to advertise for free? Would you give me 20 minutes?
Yep.
You know, perfect. And I show them the presentation. I show them where the My Deals is. I show them the My Deal app. So the chances you're getting an exposure, and they're either going to advertise with you, it doesn't cost them anything, and you now have the potential of a member.
Gotcha. Okay. And then let's talk about commissions. You're talking about points and Rovia bucks. How long does it take before these things show up in your back office, on your system? Should somebody be upset that, you know, they bought something for Christmas and it's not there in early January?
No, don't be upset. Right now, if you look on the back office, they're saying it could take up to 120 days. I have been talking with corporate about that because it used to go sooner. You are going to get them. You can see when you go into your commissions and you're going into your Rovia dollars, you can see when they're paid. So if you feel that it's been too long, here's what I'm going to ask everybody to do. And we've got about 900 plus people on this call, and other people are going to see this. I would ask for everybody to go into the chat and talk to corporate and send their opinion about how they feel the payment should be sooner. See, there's power in numbers, you guys. The system, they're just trying to make it better and better, and our company knows that. What they need is our feedback. They need our opinions on being very respectful. Keep in mind, those people up at corporate, They work for us to help us, not to be a sounding board. So I'm asking for you to go in and say, hey, I've, shopped at Walmart in October and I haven't seen my commission come back. So can you give me give me an ETA on when I should be receiving that? I used to get it sooner, whatever it is. The idea here is, guys, we need each other's help, because I will be very honest with you, I've made a lot of money shopping online. I've taken close to $6,000 in free travel just shopping online. Mind you, I told you, I have 4 kids, 3 dogs, a husband, and my mom. There's a lot of butts in my house, so toilet paper and paper towel are rampant. So I use it, and I don't like going to the store. Hey, it's a true story, my friend. So what I'm telling you guys is you need to give your opinions and let everybody know that, hey, I would like to see this sooner. Can you help us? Can you give us an ETA?
Perfect. Okay, let's see here. Somebody asked about what's the phone number for the ID resolution service. If you're looking for ID resolution or the cart or the roadside assistance or the teledoc, that's all on your DreamTrips back in your membership. So you log into DreamTrips, you click on the perks, and then as you scroll down through there, you're going to see all of these tabs that Dawn's been covering on almost every one of these things. Click on it, and it downloads a PDF with all this information you're asked. So rather than us get Dawn in here to tell you the answer, my goal is to get you where the answer is so you know now how to answer this for your team. You guys know what I mean? Because it takes the burden off of the E-team and customer service and the DreamTrips chat and the Rovia chat if everybody knows where all this is at. So this is one of my goals that I'm trying to do for the company, is to find a better way to get this information to you, whether it be a frequently asked questions or videos like these. In the chat box, tell me if you got your value of this half hour, 45 minutes on being on here with Dawn, if you would. Give her some feedback. Let her know how she did, because I think she does one of the best trainings across the board on product in the company. I'm seeing tons of people, Dawn. They love you. You're promoted.
Yeah, well,
Dawn for president.
Dawn for president, I don't know about president, but here's what I'm telling you. When you guys talk to corporate and you fill out your surveys, let them know what you really want to see. So when you talk about it, they give you a little checkbox. Actually add in some comments, these same comments. I know that Bob's going to take this back to like Byron, who's on the PAC team and everything. But what you guys can do, and just like Bob told you, go out, click it, touch it, feel it. Because, every training that I do and people come in, I've done a lot of different product trainings. I've done them with Troy. I've done them with Jeff. Every time they come, they're like, can I take your training with me? Yeah, absolutely. But the thing is we need something like this for everybody, because for it to be a simple, duplicatable system, I would love to see simple stuff like this out on Quick Coach eventually and different things. So that way we have it all available to us on our app to be able to do. So that would definitely be a great thing. So definitely give your opinion in words, not just the check boxes.
Perfect. A couple more questions here, Don. We'll go for another 7 minutes here. So KT asks, for the Platinum members, does the medical evaluation cover just the main member or anyone included in the membership? Do you know?
It should be your whole family. It's because you're there on your dream trip, and I'll give you an example. I had a teammate that they were there all on a dream trip together, and that's exactly what happened. It was actually her son that had to use it, not actually the member itself.
Cool.
Excuse me, guys.
And then Kimberly asked, she said she's Platinum, and she wonders if she can use Rovia bucks to pay for car rentals.
Yes.
What else can she buy with Rovia bucks?
You can book anything with Rovia bucks: flights, hotels, car rentals, excursions. They're on a rolling calendar. So understand, as you get them, like I showed my dream trip earlier, I saved them up because I knew we wanted to take a big trip and drop them all off on that. But I've used them to pay for flights. I've used them to pay for car rentals. I've actually used them to pay for our condo and villa. So then it's the company's paying for it. And keep in mind, even though you're using Rovia dollars, you do understand that that's still a tax write-off. So that gives you the ability to, it's like a double dip, man. You guys are getting to use the company's money because they've given it to you, and you actually get to write it off as well because the receipt is in your back office. So you can use Rovia dollars for any travel. Rovia dollars are a beautiful thing. You want Rovia dollars. Points are great, but Rovia dollars are my favorite.
Rovia bucks, yep.
Rovia bucks, right. Yes.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. I got a couple more here. What do you do when you don't get your points? So I'm going to guess it has to do with that timing aspect. So I bought something, I'm expecting points.
Call corporate.
Yeah.
And when I call them, I would honestly, guys, I'm going to be real honest, use your chat, and here's why. When you use your chat, there's an option where you can click the button to get the email sent to you so you have documentation. That does two things for us. Start writing down people's names that you talk to, because our company is growing so much. You have new people coming in, so we sometimes have to help them as well. And so I get that information, and I can actually take it back, and I can get a hold of your director above, and they can get a hold of corporate on their leaders line if there's questions that don't quite make sense. And you can say, hey, I talked to Shelly, and Shelly said this. I didn't think this was right. Can you give me access? So it gives them a training tool as well. Again, remember, they work for us, but that doesn't mean we got to be very kind to them, because they are there to help us, and we got to be doing to others, guys, is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we got two more here. Let me see. Somebody asked about prospects downloading the app, and unfortunately, the DreamTrips app is still in beta mode, guys. It's not for prospects yet. So until you hear somebody from stage say the app is live to the world and you can log in without a DreamTrip number or DreamTrip ID, your ID, don't even worry about prospects. So it's not even in the cards yet. When you shop on the mall, does it matter how you pay? I believe not. She asked about a commission if you pay using PayPal. I don't think it matters. Do you, Don?
No, it doesn't. Well, in fact, I always recommend, if you have a credit card that you are earning points, a lot of people are Southwest Airlines here in the Texas area, and they're using it to double dip. So they're going and getting their Southwest points, they're getting the Rovia dollars, turning it around. Any way that you can find a way to keep money in your pocket, the millionaire next door says the less money you spend and most value is the best way to do it.
Yep. I've got a team member here in Topeka that are business owners, Bobby and Janine, and they buy all of their supplies through the mall with a credit card that they earn miles and points on. So they get points back from the purchase. They get miles on the card. So everything adds up that much faster. So can you imagine a contractor that maybe could buy through Home Depot or whoever's on the mall, whatever supplies that they needed through their mall? I mean, there are people that take vacations. I know Kathy Toubre out of Oklahoma City, her and her husband did all their kitchen countertops and their appliances bought through. They got commission and went on vacation. So there's lots of this type happening if you think about how to maximize that. So let me take one more here, and then we'll end this up. Did you have anything else, Dawn, that we haven't covered that you get asked a lot?
No, I think you've pretty much asked me every question that everybody always asks. A lot of the one thing I will tell you is, and I've said this already, go click on your website. Go use it to your maximization. You can't hurt it, guys. It's yours. So the more you play on it and do that, I did a test with my team. I had them go out and do a comparison on like 3 different trips. I had them do it on 3 different hotels. I had them do it on 3 different condos. And the reason that I did that is I wanted them to see how they could find good deals, and mostly just to get them to use their website and touch it and feel it.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. Well, the last thing that I would suggest to people is, guys, we're on the 20th of December. You've got less than 10 days left of this year. If you are a small business person and you have not consulted with your tax or your attorney or your accountant that does your taxes, there may be some benefits to buying equipment at the end of the year, whether it be notebooks or iPads or something that would keep you out of a tax bracket next year. Check with them and see, because if you've got the money and the ability to buy that and knowing that it would save you thousands on your taxes next year, that's why we're business owners. It's not to avoid paying tax, it's to legally not pay tax because you're not required to. So I'm not qualified to talk on that. I would suggest that you talk with somebody that is. So check with your tax attorney or your tax professional, your accountant, and see if there's something that, because if you buy through your mall and you get a commission or you get points, so much the better. So Dawn,
I would add,
right
I'm going to add one thing. One of the things that I do for business owners who decide to become a member, I've actually had quite a few of them do this. When they advertise on the app, now it's advertising membership costs, kind of like a magazine subscription or something like that. So I've had like 5 different business owners that have actually joined the membership. They buy all their stuff and advertise on the app, and their tax person, again, I'm not a tax person, told them now this whole membership is a write-off for them for that reason, and they're a member only. They're not a rep.
Wow. Well, that is awesome. Well, Dawn, we appreciate you coming on here and spending the last hour with us.